everybody. This is going to be a quick tutorial on how to color grade your Z-Log footage, and don't worry, I'm going to make it as easy as possible. Now, I only use DaVinci. I do not know how to use other software, but it should be just as easy. I mean, I'm pretty sure people who know how to use other software will be able to do this. Alright, first thing we're going to do is make 3 total nodes. If you don't know what nodes are, you just look it up, because I had to look it up on YouTube to learn. But this is my process, and this is with me learning all these different things from YouTube. I'm sorry I can't give a shout out because I don't know where I learned all of it, but first thing I'm going to do is hit alternate S twice. Alright, now in the first one, I always want to fix the shadows and the highlights, or the contrast in the image. So what I'm going to do is turn down the saturation to 0. I believe I found this out from, I believe his name is Avery Peck on YouTube, but I could be wrong. But reduce it all the way down to 0. I'm going to put just press right here in the center, make sure this is on Y, and this dot is pressed. You're on the first menu selection, and then I just drag it. I never want my blacks to be all the way dark. I want to just have it just enough where you can notice just the details in the blacks. Alright, so next we're just going to work on how I actually get the color. So now that we have the contrast looking good, and let me play it real quick. Alright, that looks good. Alright, so next we turn the saturation back up to 50. Or close to it, doesn't matter, as long as it's around there. Alright, and on the second one, we'll work on refining the color, but make sure we click back on the first one, and we're going to now correct the white balance. All you have to do in DaVinci to correct the white balance is click down here, eyedropper tool, and select something that's white or gray in your image. Now when I do my videos, I make sure there's something white or gray in my image. As you can see here on my gallery, I have all types. I have the road, which is gray. I have t-shirts. Something always is going to be white or gray, so that I can really, it's just your starting point. So let's click here. Alright, and if you don't get it right at first, it's okay. It's probably not going to be perfect, but the more gray it is, the better. It's better than choosing something that's white. See, that's white. But if you can find something that's more gray, it's going to give you a better grade of color. So let me try. Okay, we'll just try that. I don't know. Yeah, that looks close enough. Alright, so once I have this is the base. This is the basic color grade. On the second one, I'm going to add color to it, and that's how I'll know if everything looks good or if I need to change anything else. So I don't use the saturation. I click number 2 and I boost the color boost, and as you can see, that looks good. Alright, now I'm going to give you a really good secret, really good tip to making the colors not blend in together. On the third one, I fix my blacks, and that to me is what makes the videos look more professional. Most videos you're going to see are going to be like this for most people who don't know how to fix it. It's going to be, you know, bleeding in with the other colors. So what we're going to do here is let's stop it here, and there's two things I'm going to teach you. You always want to fix the highlights on the first one. So if it's too bright, I'm just going to bring it down. This is how you fix the highlights. And then this is how you fix the shadows. All right, you're going to always make sure you have your scopes up, and remember, nothing needs to be below 0, and all your colors don't need to be above 1023. Sometimes I can't help it, the red might go above it slightly. That's okay. But now we're gonna fix the blacks, or try to anyway. You see these here? We're gonna click on the last one, click on saturation versus saturation, which is the last one. Place a dot right here and drag this down. Look at that. It instantly takes the shadows and takes the saturation out of the shadows, or out of the blacks, which fixes it. Alright, now if you want to fix more of the image, like let's say, because I really hate when there's color in my whites when it shouldn't be. Like, I know this should be fairly white, but it has a hint of red in it. Some things you can't change, so if I can't fix it, I'll leave it alone. So for this tutorial, I'm going to leave it alone instead of going into all that I do to try and fix the colors. Mainly I'm teaching you about the skin tones, because I do a lot of people and things, and you really won't notice it if you're filming other things like cars or plants, because everybody knows a plant is green. But when you start getting into tones and colors of people, then that's when they're a little more judgmental. So this to me looks pretty good. The only thing I'm going to do now is add a little more color on the third one. So I go back to the first dot and I boost more color, and that to me is looking better. If the colors start to bleed again, what I do is add another node, just hit alternate S, and I do the same thing. I click on the last one, place a dot, make sure it's on saturation versus saturation, because I want to take the saturation out of the blacks. Here it has a hint of red. I want to take that out, so I just bring it down a little, and voila, perfect. Alright, that has been the tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions, and I can't wait to see what you guys create. Thanks.